February 28th, 1994. Bosnian airspace. For the first time in its 45-year history, NATO was about to engage directly in combat. But in engineering terms, this was not a conventional battle. It was a confrontation between modern technology and outdated metal that never stood a chance. On one side were 6 Serbian Air Force J-21 Jastreb light attack aircraft, built on 1960s-era technology. On the other, waiting high above, were 2 US Air Force F-16 fighting Falcons, known as the Viper. In this video, we break down the famous Banja Luka incident from a technical perspective and explain how, within minutes, modern radar, missiles and aerodynamics erased an entire formation. Before the action begins, let's compare the aircraft. The J-21 was designed primarily for ground attack. Its top speed was around 800 kilometers per hour, making it subsonic, and it lacked any modern radar system. In practical terms, these aircraft were flying nearly blind. The F-16, by contrast, was a supersonic multi-role fighter capable of flying at twice the speed of sound. Its AN/APG-68 radar could detect and lock targets from long range. The matchup was brutally uneven, like an unarmed man facing a sniper who could see him from miles away. At approximately 6:35 a.m., the Serbian formation leader Ranko Vukmirovic violated NATO's no-fly zone and launched an attack on a weapons factory near Novi Travnik. To avoid detection, the aircraft flew at extremely low altitude. But when they climbed to around 2,000 feet to release their bombs, they were immediately detected by NATO AWACS radar. Orders were transmitted to the patrolling US pilots, Captain Robert Wright and Captain Scott O'Grady. Engage. Captain Wright would later describe the moment as shooting fish in a barrel. What followed was rapid destruction. Captain Wright fired an AIM-120 AMRAAM, an active radar-guided missile that autonomously tracks its target after launch. The first hit turned a J-21 into a fireball in seconds. As the remaining Serbian pilots attempted to escape through mountainous valleys, Wright switched to AIM-9 Sidewinders, heat-seeking missiles that home in on engine exhaust. 2 more aircraft were destroyed in quick succession. Wright alone confirmed 3 kills, the highest number achieved by a US pilot in a single mission since the Korean War. As fuel levels dropped, the first pair of F-16s began to disengage, while 2 additional F-16s arrived as backup. The Serbian leader and his wingmen flew inches above the terrain, trying to survive by hugging the mountains. But at such low altitude, even a minor error meant certain death. Pilot Goran Jaric attempted to eject, but there was no time for the parachute to deploy. At high speed and low altitude, physics shows no mercy. Amid the chaos, however, one extraordinary event occurred. Serbian pilot Zlatan Krnelic was hit by a missile that tore off the tail section of his aircraft. Despite catastrophic damage, he managed to maintain partial control. According to accounts, an F-16 approached for a closer look, recognized the aircraft was no longer a threat, and chose not to fire. The jet reportedly saluted before breaking away. Against all odds, Krnelic managed to land the crippled aircraft. In less than 15 minutes, 4 out of 6 Serbian aircraft were destroyed. History would remember this encounter as the Banja Luka Incident. Its message was unmistakable. In modern air warfare, courage alone is not enough. Survival depends on superior technology, precision engineering, and complete control of information.